Hey, it's your girl Nicole, your travelista. I'm here to talk to people about their business, small businesses. I love promoting and being a customer to small businesses. So you might have a small business or something in mind, but maybe you need a little bit of encouragement or creativity. And today, to help you, or me as well, I have Christiana.
Hi, how you doing?
She's a hairstylist, right?
Yes, I am.
So is that your main hustle?
I have a little couple things under my belt, but that's my main hustle, other than me working a regular job as well. So,
All right, Christiana. So, how did you get started doing hair?
well, honestly, my godmother was a hairstylist. So, at the age of 8 years old, I would be in her shop 24/7, and I'll be in there helping her thread the needles, and I see her actually build her ground up of her salon, and just seeing that whole process really installed a lot in me. And then she had a thrift shop too, so while she would do hair, I'll be selling all the stuff that she'd get off of Goodwill, or she'd go to these thrift shops and bring it back to her shop and sell it to other people, and I'd be outside selling it. So
That is amazing. So you had inspiration. So I know a lot of times it's hard to find the inspiration because we might not always have it within our family or in our community. That's good that you have somebody in your family that can show you that. So as far as hair, when did you get started and how did you get started?
well, she bought my first mannequin mannequin doll head when I was like 8 or 9, and I practiced and practiced and practiced till I could braid a whole cornrow. So when we learned how to braid cornrows, I took off from there. And I continued to just kind of craft my work even more and mold it into being able to give to other customers and clientele, especially little girls. When I start going to church with my mom, she'll recommend me for single moms who have kids or daughters who don't know how to do hair, so I'll be there helping out by braiding their hair or giving them a little nice staff for school. And they start off with 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or they come back every 4 weeks. It just depends on how their hair lasts. But I continue to practice and practice and practice. But I didn't fully got into hair until I got older.
Oh wow. By the way, thanks to mom.
Yes, and my godmother.
Yes, your godmother, of course.
Actually, at the age of 17, she wanted me to get my braiders license, and I do not know why I did not went through with it. I don't know what was distracting me, but it was the point where you didn't even have to have that much hours. You just took a test online, and it was $25, and you had your license. But I missed the opportunity, so from 17 to like 25, I just started working and serving and building my clientele by that. But I actually really got my clientele when I was offered a booth at a salon. They just opened up a whole new salon off of the Plaza Midwood. It's like old house, and I was into it until I actually got into the setting of actually feeling, oh, this is something I would really like to do. It was a passion, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start building my clientele like this. I was like, she was like, I could do it for $100 a week for her little booth section in the salon.
Okay.
Yeah, and from there, that motivated me. And then my kid's father, mom was a hairstylist, so
how convenient.
she pointed me to Paul Mitchell, and that's how I ended up going to school for cosmetology. She was like, if you want to go to the best school, I'm going to send you to the best school that
Right now,
I feel like you need to go, because we'd be able to be diverse. We'd be able to do
Right.
white people here, black people here,
That's
any
smart.
kind of texture here,
That's
to be able to really be successful in cosmetology. So I signed up with Paul Mitchell, and when I signed up with Paul Mitchell, it was like 2015, 2016, I want to say. Yeah, 2015, 2016, and I took off from there. Now, after I had my daughter, that's when I started actually building my clientele here in Charlotte.
Okay, so I heard a baby in the background, so
I have a newborn. I do.
okay.
But he sees me do hair every day. I know he's like, Mom, You have another client? I know. But yeah, that's still my hustle to this day. I still have another full-time job at the airport, but I always still here in between, either before work or after work. It just depends on even on my off days. If we need to hear then I'm here. So that's what kind of motivated me, and then I start actually promote myself online, such as Style Seek. I'm not really a social
Media person,
yes. Such as Facebook and Instagram. I need to be, but I'm not. Most of my clientele is word of mouth, or going through somebody I already did, and they kind of recommend me because I do really good work.
Yeah, I've seen your work. She does an amazing job. You do men's hair as well as women.
I do. I used to cut hair a lot, but I don't cut hair as much as I braid and retwist locks. So I'm more of a specialist in locks and retwisting, reconstructing, also starting off your locks if you want to as well. And I do braids, all kinds of braids, whatever you need, I'm here.
So since you went to Paul Mitchell school and you were able to be able to do different types of hair, now how long ago was that, and do you feel like you can still do that? You have to have that capability.
I graduated from Paul Mitchell in 2018.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My love for hair it has not changed. I love to do highlights and color, but most of my clientele is not in that field. So if I had a lot of clientele in that field, I would do more balayage, highlights, cuts, but it's more texture here that I focus on, and that's what I do most of.
Right. You mentioned you have a newborn, so oh my goodness, like how many kids you have?
3.
All right, 3 kids. No, 3 kids, and you're holding it down.
I am.
Could you give I mean, you don't have to share everything, but could you give everybody a tidbit of how are you able to balance motherhood and working for yourself?
God. The grace of God. He gave me the strength every day. I gotta say, it get hard sometimes, but I can just say God. That's all I can really say. Me balancing it, he gave me the strength, and I kind of manage on how I do things, like with my kids, make sure I give them the attention that they need. Also, me doing hair because bills still gotta get paid. I still want to take them out on trips, so I learned how to manage, especially when it comes down to my finance. Like, you know how some people say fast money is easy money and it can go, and you feel like you can spend money so fast and you can get it right back.
I agree.
You can do that, but if you have a mindset and you want to set yourself up in the future, you have to understand building a foundation of saving money. Like, I like to see money in my account. I like to make sure if something was to happen, I have it there. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I made $500 today. Let me go splurge on $500 today. No.
Yes.
That actually would really discipline me when I used to serve. I would make $500 a day, $700 a day, and what I would do was I'll pay myself and I'll put the rest in the bank. Now, how I used to do that was if I made $700 a day, I'll take out $75 for me for that day, and I put the rest in the bank.
That's smart.
And I keep it in the bank, and I'm like, shoot, I could be able to last off of $75 if I didn't have $7 or $6.25. How would I manage? So I just start thinking like that, where put money up and then having something to pay for myself and me working hard.
That is so important. The first time I heard that from a long time ago, I don't know if I was in high school or when I was in my early 20s, Kamora Lee Simmons. She said that, and I was like, wow, I've never thought about that, because I felt like as I was growing up, you never really knew the ins and outs of business people. And it's like in this day and age, you're starting to learn more. And I feel like there's always more to learn, because you don't know everything. And it's a growing process. And I'm glad that at a young age, you're still in your 20s.
No, well, I'm 30. I'm 31 now. But I learned that in my 20s.
Yeah, you
yes,
learned
I
it in
did.
your 20s. And you don't get that a lot from 20-year-olds to learn that. I mean, granted, I know there's plenty of them out there, but we don't get to hear from them.
Yeah. And then for me, I had a child at the age of 19, so I always had my son with me. Like, I always told myself I had to have at least $100 a day, just in case of emergency. He might need diapers, he might need medicine. Anything can happen when you have a child, so you got to be in that swivel up ahead of making sure you have at least something. Now, if you don't got nothing, building for nothing, then you just don't got nothing. But if you have a little bit of something, or you have even $20, $50, $60, it's something, instead of not having nothing at all. So I always been in that mindset, like, if my son needs, I have to have something.
Right. And being a woman and being a mother, your full-time mother, we tend to forget about ourselves. Now, running a business, having a job, and being a mother, how are you able to take care of you? Because you be looking fabulous.
I don't look good today, but normally I try to, with this third child, it's a little different. All my kids are 6 years apart. I don't have kids back to back. And it's okay to have kids back to back, not knocking you or make you feel like you shouldn't do that. But for me, mentally, I know I couldn't have kids too close together. So when it came down to having this third child, it's a little different. I'm just used to my two. But it's still a wonderful blessing that I do have him.
Oh yes, he's beautiful.
I'm learning how to balance having 3 kids now. It can be a little challenging because, like, I have an almost 12-year-old, I got a 6-year-old, and he's 3 months. So it's just like my 6-year-old and my 12-year-old, they still need attention as well.
Right, correct.
So with that, I just try to, like, make sure I give them that and give them me, but at the same time, I know I have to take time for myself if I can.
That sounds so confusing because I'm a mother of one, so I don't have that experience of juggling life.
Yeah.
As it seems.
I can understand. I have not had time for myself, but I still give the energy to my kids to where they can't say I'm neglected. So my main focus, if I can still balance my mental on handling things in the household, and I still give them mommy, that makes me feel good. Because I don't want my kids feeling like I'm lacking in that department when it comes down to them. So eventually, when my son gets a little older, I will be able to have more time to do things for myself.
Of course.
But at this moment, it's all mommy duties. So,
right.
I just kind of balancing out. I do take time where I probably take myself out to eat, or I haven't got my nails done in a while, but that's the only time I do it around my birthday. So in January coming up, so I'm gonna take that time for myself.
Okay, I hear you. I know I can understand how hard that is, and going back to balancing your business and your kids, about scheduling. Okay, I'm thinking my brain. But scheduling people, like, how do you balance that? Like, you have clients that come in or call you, text you, and say, "Hey, I need this, I need that." How do you do? Is there a certain way you do your schedule, or you tell me
Most of the
what
time,
you do?
I do it early in the morning, between 8:30, 9:30, 10, no later than like 12. It's I try to do it before my kids get out of school. With me having a newborn, most of my clientele know that I have a child, so they're willing to work with me. That's why I kind of stick with the same clientele that I have. I do accept new clients, but it can, for me to be able to explain to them what's going on, it can be a little challenging, but not really. They understand because they see my baby. But this schedule, I try to do it around the time I know he goes to sleep, so that's why I said early in the morning.
Very smart.
If I put him, knock him out in the morning, he'd be out for a couple of hours, So I try to tend to do it early so I know he's knocked out or he's not going to wake up at that moment, so I can be able to focus on him here.
Okay, I got you. I understand. All right, so people out there, it could be about hair or business-wise. Anything that you learned that you want to share with someone that's looking to maybe do hair or just a business period? Like, what would you want to say to them?
I would say make sure you write your goals down. Try to achieve them. Take your time out every week, at least do something off that list. It can be challenging. You can have some doubts in your head that it's not going to get where you want it to be at, but it do. Time is valuable, so use it wisely. When it comes down to your business, if there's something that you truly want to do, try to manage it in a way where you can be able to survive off of it as well. And if you still need to have a part-time job, there's nothing wrong with that as well. But if that's your dream and that's your focus and that's your calling, you'll put that first and really put your foot forward on doing it. So I can't say mine's all peaches and cream. It hasn't been, but I know I have goals that I want to set for myself, and I want to be more further where I want to be at. Now that I have my child and he's here, it gives me that sense of discipline to know this is what I need to do now. If I want to be at home all the time with my kids, or be able to, if I need to go to their plays or games, I'm able to do it. I want to be able to.
Super mom, ladies and gentlemen. Super mom.
I want them to know, hey, mama's here. Mama's not working all the time, and you don't see her.
Right.
Mama's working hard just to make sure you have what you need, but I'm here as well. So just stay focused and do what you got to do. But don't be too hard on yourself.
Right. That's so easy to do, especially as women. We get really hard on ourselves, but you've been an inspiration, a truly inspiration, because sometimes I even told you before, I don't know how you do it, but you know what? When you're in that situation, you rise above it, and you want it bad enough, you get it done.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
You'll find a way. You'll definitely find a way.
Especially if that's what you want to do.
Right.
But what it's like if it's easy to have, if it's easy to give, you won't value the hard work and the bumps and curves and the roads that you actually endure to get where you at. Like you'll take it more precious and graceful of what you not overcome with those trials and tribulations. I can honestly say, I thank God what I went through ain't showing how I went through, but it actually made me the person I am today and making me focus on what I need to do and just push harder.
Yes, and it's nice that you have clients that you can trust to come into your home, and you can do their hair, and with your newborn and kids. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing that you were blessed to have, but it didn't come easy. So,
and you'd be surprised the kind of clients I have. I have doctors, I have lawyers, I have people who came from St. Louis, I have people who came from Houston, Texas. I had all different kind of clients that came to me from a word of mouth. Like I said earlier, I'm not a social media kind of person. I need to be, but
we gonna get it done.
But the opportunity that God gave me to be able to have my work displayed all around the world, it's really cool.
Well, thank you so much, Christiana. It was a pleasure. Oh my goodness, I appreciate you so much for doing this interview with me.
Thank you.
Goodness. Hey.
I must say, you're going to see me next time look better where I'm at now, but I'm still mommy do this. Give me about next year.
You look good, because it's something going to be nice.
But thank you, Nicole. I love you so much, and I just know with this whole field that you come into, you will be opening doors for yourself and a lot of people as well. And
that's my goal.
You're gonna accomplish it, and you got this, girl. It makes me feel comfortable because I always get a little shy to talk to them on the camera, but you help me out, make me kind of loosen up, and think also, because it gives you that time to make yourself actually really think about what you now went through, what you now done to get where you at, and it's like
to keep moving forward, girl.
Yeah,
keep moving forward.
So, I appreciate you, girl.
No problem. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed Nicole, your Travelista. I want to put a little spotlight on small businesses, and if you know someone or you are someone that would welcome me into their establishments, I would love to interview you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.